Hey there, everybody. Just a real quick update about what's been going on with me. I didn't really script this video out or anything like that, but you may be wondering, why hasn't Destin made a video about the acquisitions or the Activision update that recently happened or any of the other rumors like the Last of Us remake and all those things? I'm paying attention to all those things. I know they're happening, but between us, I have been absolutely exhausted lately. Just generally speaking, I've been falling asleep around 9 or 10 o'clock every night. Daniel is awesome. He's doing really great. That's my son's name, if you're not aware. He's climbing on furniture now, and he is a very active 15-month-old baby. And he's a lot of fun right now. He's probably going to start talking soon, and I have been chasing him a lot more than I normally do. Separately, you may know that I sell cookies over at legarybakery.com and that we're about to take a big family vacation to Bangkok. It is our first big family vacation, and I'll be meeting my in-laws and everything. So normally I don't like to get that personal about stuff on this channel, but when it comes to everything that has been going on, just generally in my personal life, I'm tired and I need a break, right? So I've decided that for the next 20 days from May 4th till May 24th, I'm going to take a break. We know that the big Xbox thing is happening very, very soon. And honestly, I really just need to recharge my batteries, so to speak, literally like in my brain. Burnout is a real thing. And when you make a video a day for a year, I'm tremendously proud of that. I was able to accomplish that. I think that I've been disappointed with the quality of a few of the episodes I created during that year due to fatigue, like just generally fatigue, just being tired. And I haven't figured out what I want to do now. I still have the goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers. But I feel like I really, really need to recharge to get like that passion back. There was an episode I did recently when, I don't know, somebody said something that sort of set me off. I love making those episodes because it's coming from a place where I actually feel passionate about a topic. Like when Adam talked about Xbox and his negative feelings about that, I felt like he was so wrong in his statements and just way off base that I wanted to make a rebuttal video about that. And I think the audience, you guys and girls, if any women watch, really respond to those episodes. So I want to get back to that. Like I actually feel really rested and really clear today, right now, because I'm about to get on a plane for 20 something hours with a 1-year-old, right? So I'm really honestly feeling really anxious, really excited. I'm really excited to get my wife home to meet her family again after a long, long time away. COVID restrictions are slowly lifting for international travel. So that's a little bit better. But I got this whole other life going on besides the YouTube stuff with the cookie business. We had like orders for 500 cookies over the weekend, right? The cookie business is doing very, very well as a side thing. Of course I have IGN stuff. And for those who don't know, people seem to think I work in news or something for IGN. I don't. I train the new people who work on our gameplay team, work on scripting features, making video projects. And I train them how to do what I do usually. That's largely what my role has become. And it's less so reporting news, for example. So I got that going on. That's a full-time gig. So I'm training some new freelancers, trying to get them into the sort of role of things, helping them build their skill sets, and then, doing Unlocked, doing any of the other behind the scenes things that I have to do, trying to coordinate longer term projects over there. So I got that going from 9 to 5. After that, got a little 1-year-old chasing around the house. He's climbing up on the couches and everything, giving us a heart attack. Like little kids are supposed to do. Huge order for a bunch of cookies. And then what else? This major international trip with a 1-year-old planned. So I've been a little distracted from the YouTube stuff. I just wanted to be really frank in this episode about what's going on and why I'm taking a break. I have been feeling just very tired at the end of the day. I've been trying to diet because I feel like I have put on a lot of weight in the last year, and I recognize that, and my health is important to me. So I want to work on my caloric intake. I know that's too high. I want to reduce that and start working on my health so I can be there when my son is 30, 40 years old. I'd be like 80 at that point. But yeah, I would love to be on this planet for that long, right? So there's a lot of life stuff going on in my life is the long and the short of it. So I did a video a day for a year, and now it's time for me to rest so I can come back recharged and ready to make content for you. Now, I admittedly am a workaholic. As like I just listed the 3 jobs that I do off the top of my head. The IGN job, I do the YouTube thing after work, and I have this cookie business that is more successful than we expected it to be, right? It's awesome. It's an awesome challenge to have, and I'm stepping up to it. And I'm rewarding myself with this little bit of a break, which is mostly it's a family vacation to visit my in-laws and actually get out of here now that we're all vaccinated up and we're able to enjoy this international travel for a little bit. It's something that I promised my wife that we would do before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, so those plans were delayed years. And weirdly, the YouTube thing, and this is all stream of consciousness, if you can't tell, nothing scripted. I'm just sort of talking I'm talking to myself or something in the car, So our plans to go to visit her family were delayed 2 years. Had a baby in that time. We want to make sure that grandma and grandpa are able to visit the baby. And yeah, so that's what's happening. So if you don't hear from me for the next 20 days, or maybe a little bit more as I deal with jet lag when I return, there's good reasoning. It's for me to recharge as one person who shoots these and makes these videos by himself. I don't have editors or anything. I do it all solo, and I keep them fairly low production value for a reason. It's because it's not my full-time job. It is my third job or second or third job that I do, depending on how you look at it, right? So I try and what's that toggle switch? It's like you can have quality, but it's going to be slow. You can reduce quality and it'll be fast and cheap. So it's like it's fast, cheap, quality. I think that's what it is, right? And you can't have all of them at the same time. So I would like to get a little bit more quality in the content. Honestly, if you look at my earlier videos, I would edit every video for like the first 2 months, and I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I committed to doing a video a day for a year. This is not sustainable. So that's why I started doing stuff like using live playback during my recordings of just whatever story was happening for the day. Occasionally, when I felt really passionate about a topic, I would still edit them. So yeah, I want to sort of reflect on everything that I've done for the last year and think about the type of content I want to be making. Some of the creators I really, really like I don't know, I was watching Mint Blitz today. So like if you talk about gameplay, I just love how he does gameplay, but he's just Halo, right? Content creators like me that pop up in my feed a lot. Young A is somebody who I really enjoy watching. I believe it's the Review Tech guy. I don't really know who he is, but he pops up in my feed. I love Spawnwave. I love Spawnwave and what he does. Skill Up does a weekly thing that I've really, really enjoyed. And I hope you can enjoy their content while I take a little bit of a break. And then you come back, please. Come back and keep watching my stuff, because honestly, I'm not getting choked up. I'm just swallowing weird. Honestly, I've just had a really good year. And it's because of how great you all have been. I know there have been days where I'm getting dogpiled on by whoever, but I think when you reach a certain threshold online or wherever you want to talk about it, you're going to be met with an accelerated amount of criticism. And on Twitter, I've kind of just said, I'm just not going to put up with it. I'll just block people, because it's an option, and I don't need to have like my mental health degraded by a bunch of people who hate me and want to tell me how much they hate me. But on YouTube, it stayed mostly positive. People either will stop watching organically if they don't like my content, and that's totally fine. I've seen a few essays about people telling me why they're not going to watch anymore, and I'm just like, that's just fine. That's just leave. Like, I do this because it's content that I want to make. I want to talk about these topics, and I'm never being not genuine. It's what I feel on that day. It's who I am. It's how I think. And if you don't want to give me the benefit of the doubt that sometimes I'm going to make mistakes, or sometimes I'll come off like too much of a fanboy, then, and you want to leave because of that, that's honestly, that's a healthy way to deal with it. It's just sort of like, if you don't want to watch the content anymore, I understand, but that's sort of an aside anyway. That's just, it's something that's stuck out in my head where somebody had written a very long thing about why they're not going to watch anymore. And I'm just like, that's just don't watch anymore. Like, I know my goals with the channel, and it's my channel. So hopefully I'm going to continue creating the type of content that I want to put out there in the world. And that's just how I'm going to do it. Right. It's not my goal is to create content for the people who believe in me. And there's a lot of them. There's the members who believe in the content that I'm making. There's a lot of the commenters that I see regularly who believe in the content that I'm making. And honestly, you have kept me going. I'm not trying to appeal to the masses. So if my content doesn't resonate with you in a way that you like, then I encourage you to just discontinue watching. That is your ability to do, you know? Yeah, I don't know why more people just like, I don't like this guy. I should watch him every day and put him down and post something really negative so I get a response out of him. And so often that happens online. And I really appreciate it when somebody has a healthy response and just says, I'm just going to stop watching, you know? Anyway, that's sort of an aside about the comment that I saw the other day, but about this break, going back to it a little bit, I do feel like I'm getting burnt out. I've never experienced burnout in my career before, but I'm worried I took on too much, and I'm just tired, just generally, you know. My son never got sleep trained, so he's up all night long, and I think a year of not really sleeping well, eventually something's got to give, or you need to give yourself a little bit of a break, right? So sort of all over the place in this video, but I'm not going to be around for a while. I might go completely dark. Being the workaholic that I am, I'm going to bring the gear just in case, Sony buys Microsoft and I absolutely need to make a video, right? Obviously that's not going to happen, but you know, if something crazy happens and I just really want to add my commentary to it, then I will. On the stories that have actually happened, and I didn't mean for this to be a 20-minute video, but on the stories that have actually happened, I played Halo Infinite Season 2 Lone Wolves, and it's fine. I did the Battle Royale, and the max strategy seems to be that you should cower in a corner with as many lives as you possibly can and let people kill each other and then get the W, which is what I ended up doing. I like the storytelling stuff. It's okay, but I'm not blown away by it. I do hope that, you know, next fall when they do the campaign narrative stuff, that there are some positive changes. I finally unlocked the medic achievement, meaning I have unlocked every achievement in Halo Infinite now. Thank you. I know you're all proud of me. Finally started playing Elden Ring a little bit. I never finished the cafe missions in GT7. I still got like 10 left to go. I haven't had time, and when I have had time to play, I just play something else, because GT7 means I got to set up this. I play on the steering wheel now, and it's a little bit of a thing. I got to like drag it out and set it up, and I haven't done that. We talked about it on Unlocked today, the Embracer news. The long and the short of it is I'm very apathetic to the news. I'm very surprised that they got that many IPs for such a steal. And I truly hope that it means they do something with Legacy of Kain. Honestly, my big wish for Legacy of Kain would be that they retain the storytelling of that entire set of games and they just release them on the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, maybe modernize it in the way that they're currently modernizing what is it, Dead Space, like redo Legacy of Kain and Unreal or something like that. But I don't want like a new Raziel. I don't want a new Kain developed. And everybody's focused on Tomb Raider, and like Avengers is dead in my opinion. Tomb Raider is going to be just fine. Perfect Dark is still going to be developed with Microsoft. So I'm very excited about those things. And yeah, the Activision news that all the shareholders voted for it. Of course they did. There was the Activision news about, is it Warren Buffett has like a 9% stake in the Activision deal going through. He's betting for it going through. And, you know, we talked with Richard Hogue on the channel about his educated guess on it, and he was 95% at the time or 90% at the time, and now he's still like 80%, even with all of the Elizabeth Warren stuff and everything like that. And yeah, so that's just a real quick catch up on a lot of personal stuff that whatever, like that's stuff that's actually going on in my life that's going to be happening, and just a very short catch up on the news. And yeah, I feel good tonight. I'm going to finish packing, and then I'm going to go play some games and stuff like that. But that is why I'm taking a break. I'm very excited to try out the Steam Deck and actually play a few more games on it on the plane. I got a whole bunch of TV shows downloaded. I can finally catch up on Moon Knight. Apparently AMC Plus doesn't let you download Better Call Saul season 6, but that's going on right now. I'll have to keep up with Halo. Halo got good around episode 5 and 6, somewhere along there. They kind of got a narrative together, and the story being told within is enjoyable enough that I'm ready to continue watching. And yeah, but honestly, with the 1 year with Daniel, I don't think I'm going to get time to do any of that. So I have all these plans about the next 20 days and how much fun and cool stuff I'm going to be able to do. But it's also like, oh, you're a dad. So really, you're going to get like an hour a day to maybe do something. And yeah, that's everything. That's just the honest truth about what's going on in my life, and my reactions to the news, and my level of fatigue. My level of fatigue has been very high for a while. There's been a few videos where you can probably tell I'm really seeming tired, and I think it's going to be healthy for me to unplug for a little bit. I might go totally dark. My addiction to Twitter, though, probably will not allow me to do that. Maybe I'll delete it on my phone. Yeah, let's see if I can actually go dark for like 20 days and then come back and make something cool for y'all. Let me know if you want to see vacation stuff. I'll do a video from Bangkok, and if we end up going to one of the beaches, I'll send you a little video from one of the beaches. Hopefully it all goes off smooth, but don't expect to hear much from me over the next 20 days. Hopefully I will be back ready to go after the jet lag's worn off, and we got a lot of cool stuff coming. Again, I really appreciate all of you supporting the channel over these last few months. And yeah, you know, we'll see what happens when I come back. At some point, I have to take a break. I can't just do this for the rest of my life, right? Creators need breaks. We're human beings. We need to have some downtime, and that's what I'm going to do for a little bit. I greatly appreciate all of you. I hope you'll be there when I get back. But if I got it took me 5-6 years to do it. I've been doing content for 10, 15 years or something. I don't remember when I started. 2007 at Screw Attack. So that's 2017, 15 years. I've been making online content for 15 years. So I'm not going anywhere, but I am taking a little bit of a break for a few weeks. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much to the members. I do have to give the members a real quick shout out. I moved the buttons on my thing here. So I've been meaning to make this a video just about this, but a lot of our members like Floyd, Connor, Geezer, Brandon, and I think Nathaniel, I think they hit 1 year. So thank you so much for believing enough in me to be members for a year. And I know normally this is the part where I say, click that join button, maybe wait until the next video to click that join button. But I do want to give them a shout out. And real quick, I don't have my back end up right now, so seeing this video is already unbelievably long for one of my pieces of content. And also my autoplay on the front page doesn't go off all the time now. I don't know what's up with that, but I think that's affecting views. Okay, so if I go to memberships, I want to actually see how many members we have here. And then what's going on here? Active members. Sorry, 1 second. See, now I'm totally blanking on how to see. Oh, here we go. See your members, total time as a member. So here are people who have been members for over a year. Floyd, Connor, Geezer, Brendan, Nathaniel, Charles, and Derek hit 1 year. And I see you, X-Wolf. I see you. You are right on the cusp of hitting a year. And Joel, you are too. There have been long. Kai, you've hit 11 months also. So thank you so much to everybody who has just said, hey, we're going to support your channel. I recently redid the tiers because I got a bunch of crap for the postcard. Nobody ever subscribed at the postcard tier, by the way. And y'all are missing out because this postcard is a beautiful, handcrafted piece of artwork with cardstock that you would not believe. And I'm just so disappointed I never got to send that to somebody on the YouTube channel, because when you saw it, when you saw the handwritten personalized message that I would have written in cursive, mind you, on each one of these cards, you would have been absolutely blown away. It is such a gorgeous piece of personally handcrafted artwork, in my opinion, that it was a steal at $100. So I can't say with a straight face. Yeah. So the way that I made the memberships originally, and my members have been talking with me a lot about that stuff, was I took, like, it was either a Patreon I had done at one time, and I'm like, well, I'll adapt sort of those tiers I did on YouTube, and they didn't translate the best, right? Like polls. What am I going to poll people about? I don't really know what things to offer people. So I decided to change it up a little bit. I'm like, okay, look, if you want to be a core supporter with membership tiers, great, be a core supporter. If you want to do more than that and support the channel, do more than that. But you know, you've heard what my life schedule is like at this point. So I greatly appreciate that. And for all the members, there's people. So I gave a shout out to people who have been here for 12, 13 months. People on the cusp, but like Takato, I see you all the time. Mags, I've seen you a lot. Hugh, I see you a lot. Phineas, I see you all the time. Like, I recognize your names. It's crazy. Ty, Aries, Gamer, Enrique, Brian, Jeff, Dakota, Patrick, Al. I feel like I read these all the time because I'll hop in the back and look. Zeno, Matt, Doppelier, Matt, Mark, and Angel are new. Mark is newer, and Angel just joined 5 days ago. So thank you so much to all of the members. And Angel, I don't have your name on here yet, but yeah, like who was it? Phil, I believe it was Phil, left. Like, that's totally fine. I understand, but I see that and I'm like, oh man, Phil left. It's just it's just interesting to me. I've never had people who had my back like that. So seriously, thank you to the members, and thank you to those of you who have broken a year at this point. It really does mean a lot. And with that, I am taking my break. I am taking my vacation. I'm doing it, and I'm going to relax. I'm going to have a good time with my family, which is a very, very important thing to do. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope you all have a wonderful month. And I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. I used to say this at the end of my videos. Say something nice to somebody today, either online or something like that. Just try and think of some positivity to spread in the world. And sure, we can all be critical. We can all be, skeptical and cynical. But every once in a while, it's nice to remind people that, hey, you know what? We're all doing our best out there, and I hope you're having an okay day despite everything else that's going on, because we can argue about, personal preferences about various things and whatever. But at the end of the day, we're all on this big old rock together. And I hope you have a good, what is it, Wednesday and rest of your time. I'm taking a little break. I'll see you again soon. Video's probably way longer than it needs to be, but bye for now, everybody.